Be careful what you leave behind when you die. It might end up in a celebrity auction. Welcome to Press Pass, the podcast spin-off of your favorite Substack newsletter of the same name. Because yes, I am a one-man brand. I'm also Daedalus Howell, auteur, journaliste, emphasis on least. And I'm producing this podcast to short-circuit any small talk that should occur when we next run into each other. You will know what I'm doing, and I sure as hell know what you're doing. If we haven't been acquainted, you may know me from such films as Werewolf Serenade, Pillhead, or my novels, Quantum Deadline, Late Projectionist, my other book, I Heart Sonoma. There's a handful of newspapers and magazines I'm the editor of as well. Bohemian, Pacific Sun, North Bay Magazine, American Muffler and Suspension. I do it all. But this week in Press Pass, just in time for the Valentine's holiday, I will be exploring how Nathaniel West's 1933 novella, Miss Lonely Hearts, which, as you know, is about a newspaper advice columnist who spirals into drinking and other terrible life choices, basically my career. Anyway, we're going to look at that and how it's affected not just me, the media in general, which means it also affected you whether you know it or not. That's coming out Thursday on Press Pass the newsletter, which you can get at dhowell.substack.com. Now let's take a moment because it's time for my favorite press release. These are releases that I received this last week that I thought you might enjoy. Let's start with Julian's Auctions presents Spotlight History and Technology, and that's in quotes, a curated collection of important artifacts from landmark events and leaders of the 20th and 21st centuries. So here's some U.S. presidential memorabilia that's been deemed important, or they call it important. I suppose that depends on what your definition of important is. But Bill Clinton, Al Gore, Dan Aykroyd, and Jim Belushi. So what we have, the Clinton administration, top guys, and 1.5 Blues Brothers, technically, I guess. Anyway, these guys signed a House of Blues 1996 campaign event pair of sunglasses. So that's on auction, thanks to Julian's Auctions. Barack Obama, game-worn golf shoes and signed Phoenician Resort Register. Okay, so that's President Barack Obama's game-worn, so I guess that means he wore these golf shoes during a game of golf. And then he signed the Phoenician Resort Register, wherever that is. Phoenicia? I don't know. John F. Kennedy owned World War II Navy-issued boxer shorts. That's JFK owned WW2 boxer shorts. Wow. And then from the IT department, we've got Steve Jobs' 1984 Macintosh computer release, photo shoot, and video worn bow tie. So let's break that down. Steve Jobs, check. 1984, check. Macintosh computer release, check. And I thought they're going to go for the computer, like something, like the Fat Mac or something we'd see in the Smithsonian, which they do have. But no, it's the photo shoot and video worn. So that's like hyphen worn, meaning it was worn in the photo shoot and video. Bow tie. The bow tie, the actual bow tie he wore. Now, I got to say, part of me thinks that's actually kind of cool. Definitely cooler than the Mark Zuckerberg favorite worn 2010 Facebook hoodie with signed letter. Letter of what? Letter of admission that he's an asshole? We already know that. We don't need the letter. So anyway, that's from my favorite press release this week. And now a word from our sponsor.
Computerland presents the Micro Minutes, a look at what today's computers are doing for people.
The personal computer has given us the greatest incentive to improve our writing since the eraser. A word processor can't make you a great writer. You still have to supply the imagination. But with less cutting and pasting, you're bound to be a lot more creative.
Thanks to Computerland for supporting the show, and thanks to you for listening to Press Pass, which is available wherever quality podcasts can be heard. Read the newsletter every Thursday and find links to it all, including socials, at dhowell.com.